evening, ladies and gentlemen, and others. It is I, Kaiju-Z, here once more for another Monday, 8:40 p.m. Eastern European Summertime, with Final Fantasy XIV, Dawntrail. It's been a good minute, hasn't it? Maybe a good minute in like a week. Second Final Fantasy XIV stream of the year. We find ourselves in the final zone of Dawntrail. Now, how did we get here? Well, when last we left off, we have a certain event in which we got a special little Unicode minion and learned a bit of the lore of the event and how, well, in part, the horse getting introduced to the land, hostile Thomas was evolved, and specifically a certain brave knight. After that, we went proper to the gate to the Golden City, and with a small party and the rest of the sons guarding the gate, we went inside. We met with Sphene, and the battle lines were drawn, and with Kakiwa, now in a more quote-unquote physical form, we've taken up the task of shutting down every part of living memory that we can get our hands on. In the process, we met the memory of Namika, Oklamat's nursemaid, as she heard out of mother. They had a tearful reunion and farewell. And after having a heart-to-heart with Namika and between us and Mrawa'a, we turned off the first of the 4 stations? Stations. From there, we have finally reached the second one, as we have heard a tale of a brave knight, Sir Otis. That couldn't happen to be our Otis, could it? Well. Only one way to find out. Let's go. Spooky ghost and brave Sir Knight. A man is engaged in battle with fiends. He may need a helping hand. Alright, Suzanne. Let's go. Old-fashioned knight. I'm coming, sir. Again, no music here. Participating in the final area. That is pretty much what happens in every expansion.
I know not who you are, but my thanks for your timely aid.
Hey, Otis. Look at how wide you are.
Your bait's so strong.
That was amazing, Otis. And you too, mister.
Ha ha ha! Fiends such as these are naught to be feared.
Yep.
Well then, dealt with it already, have you?
Be at ease, one and all. So long as I, Sir Otis, live and breathe, no citizen shall come
But
to
Otis,
harm.
you're dead.
Otis? Of all the people, could you really be that Otis?
Welcome to Mark, he doesn't know.
I'm certain I do not know what you mean by that, Otis. I am who I am, and I should very much like to know who you are.
You're Sir Otis Villona, Lord Captain of the Royal Knights of Alexandria, yes?
Oh.
We met you while searching for Gululja. You cooked a most delicious repast for us. Fought beside us in Solution 9.
No. No, welcome on, no.
Kaluja. Solution 9.
Huh.
I've never heard of such things. These events of which you speak are utterly unknown to me, as are you. I'm quite confident I would recall if we had met before.
Yes, we do have a very specific appearance, you and I.
Could this be? Villainy! You seek to bewilder me for purposes most foul!
Huh?
No villainy intended, I swear. Tell me I'm not mad. This is definitely the Otis we know. Right?
Remember what we heard? Another version. You won't remember this time as a machine.
I say! What are you whispering about there?
Oh, nothing, nothing.
Wait. I've no time for this. I must attend to my preparations for the founding celebration. The children begged and begged that I perform in the marquee play.
I am a
cannot
70-year-old
possibly disappoint them.
man. Goes a kid in the middle.
I take my leave of you. Good day.
You know, it just dawned on me, we've never actually, I don't think we've ever seen male kittens. Good kittens? McCubs? It's always been girls in the MSQ and inside content.
Founding celebration?
Chloe, the little girl in the Crystarium, this one. Gosh, what a surprise to meet Otis! He might not be the exact same one as the one we met in Narrative Found, but still. Thinking back, he mentioned that he was a test subject for soul preservation. That might explain why he's here in this way. Yeah, but he said that didn't complete his memory, so what gives? Is there something that I should? I think this is something that really confused me when I was going through. In any case, I'd love to talk to him some more. There are some things I need to tell him. Come back, no. How do you know? A Knight of Alexandria. How am I eager to go after Otis? Right, let's go after Otis. He's bound to know about this past. About the Alexandria Vault as well as Sphene. Wish he was a living person. The problem is he doesn't seem to be in the mood to talk. Perhaps we can offer to help him with his founding celebration. That might warm him out to us. South that way. Come on! Off we go then. Let me summon my chocobo. Onward, Sokshi! Yippee! I think we're gonna be going up that hill. Meet up with Otis. They couldn't decide if they'd rather ride the Bergamo ring or the Esperance wheels. Me? I just wish they would make up their minds so we could go already. Hey, this is a serious decision, come on. Are you harmed or are you unharmed? Which are higher surprise with a wholesale smile. I am, thanks to you, my dearest Otis. You again? Shall I play the part of the Queen? I appreciate the offer, but there is no need. I've kept this my own work, you see, and I know Princess Sphene's lines even better than mine own. There is, however, a scene in which I struggle. Hey, this looks like fun. Can I join in? You as well? I once said that I was busy. You did, but we thought that maybe we could help. You're getting ready for the founding celebration, yes? I am, and if truth be told, we're in dire need of assistance. For this edition of the celebration, there is to be a play about the history of our realm for the children's enjoyment. But with fewer of us being given form, we haven't enough hands to carry out the production. Thus I have been tasked with not only writing the script, but performing as myself besides. Calm down, it's alright. We really are happy to help any way we can. Just tell us what to do. For the same reason that production is short-handed, it has become difficult to gather the crowd. I'd be obliged if you could spread the words of the play on to the children in Yesterland. Consider it done. We'll take ourselves around and talk to younglings. Splendid! And to better appeal to them, we'll have adorable animal costumes for you to wear together, with our cheeriest bearing, of course. Huh? Alright, anything to make the children happy? Uh-huh. Let's see. Ah yes, this one should be suitable for you. What is she gonna be? Ah yes, classic sound. Ah yes, the cutest elephant. Oh, it's a glamour! I was confused for a moment when you handed me the device. I have something in mind for you as well. Let me know when you are ready and I should activate it for you. What's yours going to be, I wonder? Let's get down to business and be a creature. Ready are you? Then let us have you join your costume at once. Behold, I am Bud. Marvelous! There is no child that will fail to be delighted. It really does suit you. I have no idea what you're talking about. Now that you are suitably attired, I pray you go forth and promote our play to the children. Concentrate your efforts here in the vicinity of the air cab station and see that you make it fun. In the meantime, I shall continue my own preparations here. Should your customs wear off, I shall provide you with another. Thank you. Listless boy. Child. Who should trip my aircraft watching but a person in a silly costume? Let me guess, you're here to tell me about the play. Don't bother. I've seen it less than 50 times already. What about the one with Sir Otis? Otis is going to be performing as himself? Now that's a new twist to an old classic. Alright, just for that, I'm willing to see the play again. I just need to finish my 401k, for I am an old man. Come, Stormageddon. Right. This guy can't do it. Later then. Absurd girl. Oh, are you here to look at Queen Sphene too, Mr. Rabbit? The great big golden statue is exactly what she looks like. That's what my mom told me, and she's a scientist. My mom also told me that the sermon was a tomb. Her Majesty must watch over all of us from there. A play about the realm's founding. I love history. That sounds great. I'll let my mom know so we can go and watch together. Thank you, Mr. Rabbit. Okay, Sphene. Oh, hello there, Mr. Rabbit. What's the matter? Ah, the play. I know about it. They sometimes have performances over at the castle. I've seen it before, so I was going to give it a miss, but if you say it's special this time, it's alright, I'll go. That's right, Sir Otis will be the player himself. You can't miss it. Look, it's a rabbit. What is it? Want to play with us, do you? There's going to be a play about Queen Sphene. I want to see it. We head over to the castle right away. Thank you for telling us. One more. Oh, a rabbit monster. You shall rule the day across paths with our own night. There's going to be a play with knights and stuff. Come on, let's go and watch. We can ride the aircraft later. Okay, Otis. You'll finish making your rounds. Excellent. I shall take the costume off your hands. Thanks to the two of you promoting the play in my set, I could memorize the lines to my satisfaction. I am grateful beyond measure. Don't mention it. It was fun meeting endless children. Endless children? What an odd thing to say when we're endless ourselves. It's, complicated. I explained it to you, but the play's due to start soon, isn't it? Aye, very soon. I must needs make my way to the venue and see to the final preparations. Let's talk later then. We'll be cheering you on from the crowd. By all means, but hold on. What do you say to performing in the play as well? Are you serious? Oh no, definitely not. I've never done anything like that, and I don't think I can learn lines in such a short notice. Rest assured, it wouldn't be a difficult part. What I have in mind for the two of you is a little swordplay, as if between Alexandrian and Limblom soldiers. That is something to please the children, and without the need for words. What do you think? How about you, Limblom's come? Heh, that keen are you? Alright, you asked for it. Then it's settled. I shall prepare your customs for you. Need but engage in a mock fight. Well, there isn't time for rehearsal. The little mistakes are all in good entertainment. With that, I shall go and inform the troop members of the changes. Pray make your way to Proto-Alexandria, and await further instructions. Until then, Sir Otis, out! That's the castle where the terminal is, where we shut down Yesterland, and when we shut down Yesterland in the end, it will also fade away. Aww. So let's give them a show to remember. And we'll remember them too. Damn it, what it is that they seek to preserve for the celebration. Okay, now then, let's go up the top real fast. Let me see something real fast. Could have done this at some point. Right, let's give it our best and have us some fun. The glasses stay enduring.
Well, this seems to be the right place. What's on the program, I wonder?
Oh, if only they knew.
And where are the others, for that matter?
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, tonight's performance is a story that takes place long, long ago. A great conflict rages over precious electrope, and the kingdom of Alexandria has been embroiled in the chaos. When the royal capital comes under siege, the kingdom's valiant knights lay their lives on the line for their beloved Princess Sphene. I bid you keep your handkerchiefs at hand. Now, without further ado, it's a royal knife!
Oh yeah.
I beg your pardon?
What a twist!
Unbelievable.
Get some whimsy in your life, Anvil!
Ha! Yeah! Arg! I am killed!
You must flee! All of you!
Princess Sphene!
Are you unharmed?
Oh, I am, thanks to you, my dearest Otis.
My dear Otis.
My dearest?
Uh-huh.
And so, in no small part due to the valor of the royal knights, the kingdom succeeds in repelling the invaders. But their jubilation proves short-lived. For in mad defiance, the enemy unleashes a forbidden weapon which brings about a terrible calamity. Full many lose their lives. The good Queen Sphene, shining vision of hope, among them.
Like all cap. Oh yeah, PTSD. Of course, Otis, you forgot.
Go to her! You're supposed to go to her!
What's happening?
Is it over already?
And then, though the people grieved their queen's tragic passing, guided by her legacy of compassion, oh boy, they, worked hand in hand to overcome an age of hardship, and in time, they built a peaceful and prosperous Alexandria. A new Alexandria.
Alexandria 2! Jumps off stage.
Pray forgive me. The memories. They had me in a vice grip.
You remember?
All's well that ends well. I wouldn't dwell on it.
I would. Shame. Shame.
If I may ask, during your improvisation, you spoke of a new Alexandria. And so I'm given to wonder, do you hail from a time after my own?
We do. And we're living people, not endless.
My word, that I should meet the living in this place. There is another question I dread to speak aloud. A question I couldn't bring myself to pose to newcomers out of fear of the truth. Alexandria, does it still exist?
In a new form.
It does. It isn't quite the place you knew, but it endures. The descendants of your people walk its streets and live each day to the fullest as proud Alexandrians.
They live. We live.
Uh-huh.
I had failed to protect my queen, but to hear that, it brings me a measure of peace.
You were there too, Otis. That is an incarnation of you.
Of me? That's absurd. But wait, something comes back to me. When they were researching a means to resurrect Her Majesty, memory preservation or some such, I volunteered to be a test subject. No. It is a fog I cannot pierce. But pray, tell me, this incarnation of myself, what was he like?
He was the pride of other knight of the realm. He was a brave soul who protected his queen to the last. He was a brave soul who protected his queen to the last.
That's not all. He was a father in all but name to the new king, Gululja. Whatever you may have failed to do, you're the noblest of souls, Otis. And your deeds, your sacrifice, gave us hope that we sorely needed.
Tis a miracle. Verily, there can be no other way to describe it.
It is. It really is. We bear the legacy of your other self, and we'd be glad to bear yours as well.
My, what comfort you offer! With such dependable souls to take up my shield, I may rest easy indeed. I beg you, watch over our new king.
Of course.
The war changed my queen. To her final moment, grief darkened her gentle countenance. I've not the honor of knowing Gululja, but I pray that for all his days, he shall have cause to smile.
We'll see to it he does, Otis. I swear.
No explanations are required. I have intuited your purpose. There are paths only the living may walk. Mine was the tumultuous life, replete with joy and sorrow both, but it ends on a bright note thanks to you. If I have one regret, however, is that I could not meet the new king. Send him my regards, won't you? I had a wonderful time, and I believe everyone here did too. Suffice to say, I didn't expect you to appear on stage. You did a fine job, both of you. The fact that there's most of the children in Yesland explains all the amusements here. But as happy as they seem, it's hard to think about their life before this. For if the form of the others reflects their happiest self, it means that they died before they grew up, or grew up to find no greater happiness. That was a marvelous play. It is a shame that will be the last performance, but it will forever be etched in my memories. Well, you're here. Are you having doubts? No, I'll do what I came to do. It's just the fonder if you're someone, the harder it is to say farewell. If you're Mrawa'a, then I am too. Partially no children, it will not be possible to restore Yesland to its present form. Alright, let's shut down. Alright, let me just say a word about those we met before.
That night, he was the one who looked after Galulja. And now you follow in his footsteps.
That's one way to put it.
And those of others as well. We've come to know how much Sphene's people loved her, how much they yearned for peace. All of this we'll carry with us.
I see.
Otis, the mechanical soldier, and known as the others. Through you, their paths are converged at the last. And that makes half. 2 zones to go. Upon our return, we must regale Galulja with the heroic tale of Sir Otis Velonia. It's like waking up from a sweet dream to a bitter reality. But I'll never forget my time with Tientas or the pain I feel now. We're more than the memory stores and machines. So long as someone remembers us and carries on our legacy, we'll never truly fade away. We'll never fade away. The Sanctuary of the Strong. Kagura would guide you to the next zone. So far, there appears to be no change with the Meso Terminal, so let's take the opportunity to visit another zone, a sea volcano in the northeast. A place with the volcano, eh? And I suppose we're using the zipline again. You know it. Like before, I'll take care of the guard at the Gate of Remembrance. Come, let's head back. We're gonna grab the thingy here. So we can actually fly. And things are settled. We'll do the side quests another day. Given how things work, we'll probably end up unlocking a couple of dungeons by the end here. But we won't do them today. They're not part of the MSQ. Instead, we'll do them another week. Side quests, we're gonna be doing tomorrow probably. If we get enough of them. If not, we're gonna do them next week. Lively Lass, perplexing puzzles and this fun. The Lively Lass is looking for a playmate. Hey, Lissa. Can you believe it? I just finished setting up a brand new game for my friends. And they've only gone and disappeared. Unbelievable. It took me ages to think of other clues and hide them around the town, and I guess it was all for nothing. Hold on, I've got an idea. Why don't you give it a go? Trust me, you'll have a great time. Alright, let's give it a go. Okay, here's the first riddle. By yesterday's gate stands a tiny mountain, piled high. See if you can figure out where I've hidden the next clue. To me, Maestro Magellan. Stack of crates. You find a hidden scrap of parchment inscribed with the next clue. Congratulations on solving the first riddle. Here's the next clue. 4 lamps loom over streets of glass, but only one true light shines on Her Majesty. I think it's this one. You find a hidden scrap of parchment inscribed within the next clue. Great job solving the second riddle. Here's the next clue. I'm so good at solving riddles. I don't even remember these. Over the river, inside of the spiral, behind the pointy hat, are the shrubs you seek. Spiral time. So how have you guys been enjoying the Savage raids? I watched a bunch of different people go through that stuff. It's rough stuff, isn't it? Yeah, it's satisfying to get it done. I'm happy for people who find enjoyment in this. I don't think I have the attention span for it though. You find a hidden scrap of parchment is grabbed within the next clue. You're dab-handed this. Just one final clue to go. The princess awaits your return. Yes. You also need the password. I want to be your canary. Canary in a cold wine? Oh boy. Well, you found me. I guess you found me. I'm guessing you know the password too, right? I want to feed your pony. I want to greet your kitty. I want to be your canary. Amazing! You passed with flying colors! Now that you finished, I thought I'd tell you how I came up with my clues. Uh-huh. The first clue was, Lester's gate stands a tiny mountain pod high. Of course, I meant they just Yesterland and stacks of crates a few steps away. There was one kid who used to hang around by the gate and make sure any newcomers quickly got the lay of the land. Pretty nice of them, right? Alright, time for the next one. The four lamps looming over streets of glass. Well, they're just streetlights of other star glass. The bit about one true light shining on Her Majesty is because you are supposed to look for the street lamp closest to the metal terminal. From there, you can see Queen Sphene's statue from in between the air cab rails. Quite the sight, right? But the third part of the puzzle, my clue was over the river inside the spiral behind the pointy hat hide the shrubs so you sneak. The river I'm talking about is the old Electro River. The spiral is the air cab station's staircase. And the pointy hat, easy, that's the building with the funny shaped roof. Whenever we used to play hide and seek, it was always a popular spot. I figured it'd be a great place to leave a clue. The last clue about the princess waiting for your return, well, I wrote that because princess live in the castle, and that's where I was waiting. I bet you're dying to hear about the password too, right? I want to be a canary is the code we'd use when we needed to keep something secret. It's the title of an old play about a princess who falls in love with a commoner. That's a great thing about the game. It's not just about having fun, it's also a great introduction to Yesterland for anyone who just arrived. Everyone knows about the Bergamar ring and the Esperance wheels, don't they? I want to take folks off the beaten trail and make sure they learned our password. Although I guess I won't need it anymore. So glad you played my game, mister. I think I'll go for a last wander around the place. It's been fun, thank you. Off the kid goes. go. Now for the next destination. Yippee! I must say, it sounds good to see the scenery change in our wake. That volcano really isn't real, right? All that smoke pouring out of it is just part of the glamour? That's a fiery place indeed. I wonder what it's feeding upon. How can she be so carefree about everything? Bleep bloop error. Error. Download complete. User registration confirmed. Dauntless adventurers, I bid you welcome to Volcano, the sanctuary of the strong. Fight with courage and honor, that your legend may resound forevermore in the Arena Valor. Yep, it's only an illusion. It's only an illusion. What's this now? Don't tell me you're afraid of the lava. Not all in your life. It isn't real, is it? Oh, definitely not. But don't take my word for it. Jump in and see for yourself. No need. I believe you. Right there is the terminal. You can get in via the caverns that run through the volcano. Caverns that run through the volcano. I'll go on ahead and wait for you. Take care of the wildlife now. Hey, Annabelle? I'll explore alone. Don't worry. I'll give life a wide berth. Poor Annabelle. You're still coming to terms of it. You can hardly blame him. Let's leave him be for now. Come on. Let's get moving ourselves. Lava everywhere. Right. Would seem to be the more direct path to the terminal, but I must say I'm curious about the building on the left. Mechanical soldiers are as common here as they are in Social 9. A little while ago they were created. It looks like we have two paths to choose from. I thought I saw Kikila heading left though. Well, that would seem to be a detour. I must say that I'm rather curious about the round building. Well, I'm always up for the scenic route. Let's follow after Kikiwa and see what's that building's about. Let's run. Let's ride. Ah, it's Flaming Hot Pepsi Man. And food is elsewhere, of course. A round building with seating for spectators. Might this be a fighting arena? Everything burns here. Found her. Oh now, look who came this way too. Great minds, as they say. This appears to be a fighting arena. Is it also a recreation of an actual place? In all likelihood, while I don't know the details, I understand such facilities were once common across the land. Though it's close to the moment even Solution 9 has Arcadian, it may well be a legacy of the past. Anyway, it seems the next match is about to begin. As I've already respected my fill, I will move on. But you ought to head inside out for a look. That feel when you recognize the armor set. They're both quick on the draw. Yeah, she's winning. And KO!
That rather resembles Arcanima, wouldn't you agree?
Uh-huh.
Indeed. While similar arts could have developed independently across reflections, this verges on being identical.
Oh. Oh no.
Is something wrong?
Cryo, you might want to look over there.
What?
It's them.
Do we know each other from somewhere?
Come on, dear.
Oh, I'm sorry, but I must be going.
Wait, please!
You're new here, I gather. It may seem strange at first, but give it time. You'll grow accustomed to it soon enough.
No, I'm not. Rather, I'm, oh, what can I say? Of course. This earring. Do you recognize it?
Here we go. Oh,
Impossible.
My
Mama
name
said,
is Kryl.
and Daddy's
When
eyes.
I was a baby, I was taken from this world to another, where I grew up without knowledge of my past. I know not how much time has passed for you, and, things may not be as you expect them to be, but I'm here now. I found my way back. This earring, it contained a code with which I was able to reopen the gate. And I did, and I'm here. And
Could it be as she claims?
She's not lying. I can tell. And there is no mistaking the earring. Oh. How you've grown, my darling daughter.
it has been 20 years.
Yep, she's 20 years old. Which means that she was 17 during the events of Around Reborn?
Yes, names. I'm Robor, and this is Alila, your mother. Doubtless, we have a mountain of questions for each other, but perhaps we can take this somewhere quieter? The Heatwells, for instance. There's a spot there where we can relax and chat.
Miracles really do happen here. I'm happy for Crow. To think the Crow would actually meet her parents. Could it be that the system orchestrated this reunion as well? Forgive me, this is also much to take in. I'm trying to collect my thoughts. Come, Crow. There's the family. Crow has regained some composure. Alright, I feel a little calmer now. I thought myself prepared for this possibility, but to actually come face to face with my parents was overwhelming. And having been part of them as an infant, I'm not sure how I'd behave. Take your time. After everything that's happened, you deserve to do so. You have many things to say to one another. Now you can say them. Indeed. This is a meeting to be cherished. Just do what comes natural, eh? Thank you. Everyone. I'll make the most of our time together. You ride. I look away for a moment and she goes off and buys another ice cream cone. What if I want one too? Then go and get one! Okay. It's such a strange feeling to be united with you beyond death. Your companions, what are they called? Oh dear, I'd completely forgotten to introduce them. Over here is Mrawa'a, if all resolved to the all-out. Beside her is Gratia, my colleague, and the students of Baldessian. And this is Mrawa'a, an adventurer, though that hardly does him justice. He's the most dependable of friends to whom I owe my life. My word, I'm going to have a great deal of thanks to give, don't you? Yes we do. A half of gratitude to you all. That nod. Not the smoothest of beginnings, is it? If only we had some meal to ease the way, am I right? Oh, now I'm hungry. Wait, that's not a bad idea. Oh. Hey, are you hungry? We can bring you something to eat if you like. Oh, thank you, but we're fine. You know, it's quite hot here by the springs. Something cold would be lovely. Understood. We'll fetch you all treats that will help cool you off. I wouldn't want to be a bother, but... she gets ya. We get ya. Vibe. Think nothing of it. That's what friends are for. Thank you. We shall look forward to the cold treats. Treats? Not treats. Treats? Not treats. As we learned, good food brings people together. Even sworn foes. That was well conceived, Mrawa'a. Just putting what I learned in Dawntrail to use. I've had to mention a potential problem, however, it is that the food here tastes like nothing to be living. Seriously, I had no idea. Still, it appears to be perfectly enjoyable for the endless. In going along with the idea, Kryle likely understands this. It may not instantly break the ice, but I'm hopeful that it will help to thaw it. So shall we split up and look for what Alala requested? Something cold, ironically? This is supposed to be a special moment, so I say we go with the best treat there is. One that will leave an impression. Locals start to be able to recommend something. If you want to ask people near Deep, right, Mrawa'a, Gratia and I will do the same elsewhere. Right. If right. Thank you, Mrawa'a. We look forward to seeing what you bring. You're very considerate. I feel like a bundle of nerves. You're literally meeting your daughter for the first time in forever, dude. Of course, you're nervous. That's a tune. Florid man! Florid man, take my hand. Be the man in the land. Phew! After a long hot soak like that, I'm going to do a Gold Star ice cream. What? You don't know what ice cream is? What Gold Star ice cream is? It's only the most popular treat here in Azil Volcane. Well, it's a little tricky to tuck into. You can come here and try it. You can't come here and not try it. There's a stall just to the southwest, so you have no excuses. A cold street to leave an impression? That's a difficult one. When the volcano is home to fight us, so the food here is mostly the hearty and filling kind. Ah, right, there's Pablo all those stuffers that might have just have what you're after. Why don't you go and take a look? That's 2 votes for it. What's now to have today? You want a recommendation for something tasty and cold? This stall doesn't have that sort of thing, I'm afraid. Well, speaking of something cold, I could use an iced drink with my snack. I think I'll get a coffee. Actually, a tea might be better, or even a lemonade. Ah, but I can't go past the beer. Yes, let's make it white beer today. That's what you learn from how close the stall for someone seems promising. Rainbow pool. So you're here too. Everyone I spoke to recommended Gold Star ice cream. Those colorful balls stacked up on top of each other. That'd be the ice cream, I take it. I can see the appeal, but it's going to be hard to deliver intact. We need 3 servings, so let's get ground to help carry one. Just leave it to me. You're talking to a transportation expert. You mean you can do it alone? Well, there do seem to be vessels for carrying free. Sure about it? I'm good at it, I am. Great. There are definitely stuff in your hands that in mine. I'm going to tell Graka everything's taken care of. See you back at the springs. Hello there. Would you care for our famous Gold Star ice cream? Alright, 3 servings are coming right up. Here you are. You want to be quick so it doesn't melt, but also careful so it doesn't collapse. Good luck and enjoy. Deliver, 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 the river, the river, deliver, the river, the river, deliver. The river, the river, deliver, deliver. Deliver, deliver, the river, deliver. The river delivered, the river deliver. This liver, it is delivered. Goodness me, what an amazing looking treat. Thank you so much, Mrawa'a. Time to play pretend.
Never did we imagine that such a reward awaited us. Isn't that so, Robor?
Yes.
Oh, don't mind your father. Like me, he's still getting used to seeing you all grown up.
This is just excruciating.
Yes, well, a 20-year blank is not so quickly filled.
Even so, there's got to be something we can do.
You know, I think I might have an idea.
Raha?
What is he doing?
Nerd!
Oh, you needn't force yourself.
It doesn't taste of anything to the living, surely.
No, it's delicious. I mean it. I've never tasted anything so good.
It really does taste so much better when we're all together.
Yes, indeed.
I'm suddenly craving dessert. How about you?
Oh yeah. I can make some actual ice cream we can taste. I have the tools.
Truly. We've never felt so happy in all our lives. We don't know how to thank you.
Hey, Shiny.
But at the very least, we can give you some answers. You've risked so
Yeah.
much and come so far for them after all.
I should put up in a stew.
Tis our understanding you are researching a power called interdimensional fusion. Will you tell us about it?
To begin at the very beginning, there is a legend passed down by our people, the Mrawa'a. In the distant past, we abided in a different world. Our homeland was a paradise of eternal summer. The flowers were always in bloom. Until, that is, the great calamity turned the very seas to ice. As those around them froze to death, our ancestors looked to a mighty relic for salvation. By its power, they opened a portal and used it to flee to another reality.
The key is none other than that relic. And it has been in the safekeeping of our people since time immemorial.
Yes. When lightning threatened this world, we attempted to use the key to flee again, like our ancestors once did. Alas, no matter what we tried, we couldn't invoke its power. We had all but given up when Preservation approached us with an offer of partnership. Desperate as we were, we accepted their help, only to later discover their ulterior motive, to plunder other worlds of ether. Seeking to frustrate their plans, we defected from the Order, and as their agents closed in on us, we seized control of the prototype gate and activated it.
What followed you already know. We sent our daughter and the key through the portal, entrusting them to the men we encountered. You were born with an unusual gift, you see. Upon learning of it, Preservation sought to subject you to experiments.
The Echo.
An unusual gift. The Echo, I dare say.
Our people, the Mrawa'a. Are there any ways I might learn more about them?
There are, such as visiting the cavern inside the volcano. Our ancient homeland has been recreated there. While it's intended to serve as an entertaining diversion, it ought to teach you a thing or two about our history and traditions.
May we go there? Selfish though it may be, I should love to learn of my ancestors. Of them. And of the legacy my parents entrusted to me.
Sure, by all means. As it happens, it's on the way to our destination.
Alright, time to learn. You have good hearts. I thought it's fortunate to have friends like you. You've gone through much trouble for us. Yes, we have. Zolas had no taste. The ice cream was a treat for the eyes. I'm glad I saw it to his attention. That went really well. And you, Mrawa'a? Your sense of balance is something else. Mrawa'a Lamati. With your help, I was able to not only bond with my parents, but know the joy of sharing a meal with them besides. For that, and so much else, I thank you. Oh, shucks. Looking for the past, Crow is eager to learn about the Mrawa'a people. As my parents told us, the cavern inside the volcano is a place for learning about the Mrawa'a's ancient homeland. Yes, it is. But I'm hoping it will yield other information as well. Namely, information on preservation. Preservation, the scientists who were researching the interdimensional fusion. And prior to that, create the endless. As living memory is likely to also their creation, I suspect they would carefully curate any details concerning themselves, but I wish to know to keep an eye out nonetheless. I'm all for it, of course. Seeing as the key once belongs to the Mrawa'a, it wouldn't hurt to learn about them. Right then, let's head inside. Just filling my cup a bit. This place has the look of an ancient ruin, but I suppose it's an illusion as well. So this is how it is in here. These panels contain information about the Mrawa'a. It's very much like a museum of some sort. The panel bears information on the history of the Mrawa'a. In the distant past, the Mrawa'a abided in peace upon hours of eternal summer. Winter never visited that bountiful land, and the flowers that ever bloomed in all the colors of the rainbow. But such idyllic days did not last. For just when it seemed the westerly wind had turned cold, the sea suddenly froze over. From the fish to the water to the birds in the sky, all of the animals soon perished. This unnatural weather continued with seemingly no end, and one by one the Mrawa'a fell until the death toll was beyond counting. Those who lived still could do naught but pray as they held together for precious warmth. The Mrawa'a are the keepers of mighty relic passed down through the ages, or it has the appearance of a crystal. By whose hand it was wrought is unknown. When a great calamity froze their isles, the speaker, their spiritual leader, fervently prayed to the relic for salvation. In the answer to the prayers, the relic opened for them a golden path, one that shone like the light of the dawn, and through it they fled into a new land. Since ancient times, the Mrawa'a have excelled in calculations by using formulae and figures to represent all natural phenomena. They had succeeded in devising a unique system of magic. The gift provided invaluable in their new homeland, where they employed their calculations to enter gain surrogates upon ore, which later came to be known as electrum. Through this ingenious technique, electrum was transformed into a tool that could not only store lightning, but convert it into the energy of any element. The Panabara's formation on the history of the Mrawa'a. Esteemed for their excellence in the study of the electrum, the Mrawa'a were favored by the rulers of many nations. Some among them have attempted to invoke the power of their ancient relic to return to their homeland, but their efforts were to no avail. Never again has the golden path opened that allowed their ancestors to flee to safety. Eventually, the relic came to be forgotten, and some now question whether it actually ever existed. Quite a mystical atmosphere here. Is this what the Mrawa'a homeland was like? Ding ding, correct. What's going on? The ancient home of the Mrawa'a people is created here in exact detail, thanks to the marvel of electrope. The scale known has been adjusted in order to accommodate folk of all proportions. But I have neglected to introduce myself. I'm the guide for the facility and the steps of the speaker. It shall be my pleasure to assist you as you embark upon your educational journey. There's even a guide. How considerate. Alright then. As we wander around, if there is something we do not understand, we'll be certain to ask you. Psst, incorrect. Huh? Visits to our facility take the form of a quiz tour, so the correct answer is follow the instructions of your guide. That's yours truly. Sounds like a pain in the ass. Oh, come on. This is gonna be fun. I'm sure it will be both enlightening and entertaining. Let's have them guide us. Yeah. Very good, madam. I have registered the four of you as visitors. Please proceed through yonder passageway to the chamber beyond. Son. Judging by the elaborate decorations, this was a place of import to the Mrawa'a. The wall is illuminated. It's illuminated. It's so beautiful. Is that a pattern of Mrawa'a motif? If I may have your attention, you stand within a shrine of the Mrawa'a, a migrant people who roamed until they found new lands to call their own. According to folklore, they originally hailed from a paradise of eternal summer. Alas, they had no choice but to abandon it when a great calamity froze their very seas. The speaker, their spiritual leader, guided them to safety, and she is enshrined here with the sacred relic she wielded. In this place, they performed rituals dedicated to the dream that one day they might return to their ancestral home. A sacred relic, that must be the key used to initiate interdimensional fusion. Interdimensional fusion? If such wondrous power existed, I can only imagine what great feats it could be used to achieve. Now then, it's time for a history quiz. Ugh, here we go. There are 4 braziers in this room, each of which is accompanied by a panel bearing a statement. If you believe a statement is true, then you must light this brazier barrel bearing the panel. Simple, yes? Without further ado, please nominate a representative to begin. If there are no objections, let us have Mrawa'a do the honors. Go on and take a look at the panels, my friend. Okay. Very sure the relic. Pray for the upon the sacred letter that she can open a portal for which our people fled. However, she alone had to remain behind in order to sustain the power. While the statement is similar to what you heard from the guide, you do not recall a speaker remaining behind. Long ago, our people dwelled in the islands of eternal summer. The flowers never bloomed, yet they turned to the last, for a calamity turned the bounteous waters to barren ice. Stephen seemed to agree with the words spoken by the guide. Yeah, this is real. We read that earlier. Lightning for the no. Half true, half false. Remember, you must light the braziers whose statement you believe are true. Are you ready for your answers to be judged? Yes, let's do it. Very well. Let the judgment begin. You have answered correctly. And on your very first attempt besides. Amazing. Great work, Mrawa'a. And you can do it. Second, if I followed the information here would suggest that Mrawa'a had simply migrated from a distant land. But we know better. We are aware of the existence of other reflections, umbral calamities, and interdimensional fusion. For an event that froze the seas, the 5th umbral calamity comes to mind, that which ushered in the Age of Endless Frost. And legend holds that during that age, the entire population of the South Sea Isles vanished overnight. The art of Arcanima too traced its roots to the calculations of the South Sea Islanders. Well, we cannot outright conclude that these people with Mrawa'a, there are at least enough points of similarity to support the theory. Ahem. You have mused to your satisfaction. Let us move to the next chamber. Another quiz awaits. How many of these quizzes are there? We literally just started. Masks represent, I wonder. What is with these massive faces? There appear to be a few expressions for these masks. One moment. I need to collect the cards. We have come to the most enigmatic location in the museum. What is known as the Speaker's Rest, everything else remains a mystery. No one knows what purpose it serves, not even the Mrawa'a themselves. That's rather curious. Isn't it though? Some have suggested this place is purely the creation of the facility's designer, that it didn't actually exist in the Mrawa'a homeland. It's generally believed, however, that the adornments upon the wall are masks that present the emotions of man. And that brings us to the final quiz. The question is simple. How many types of masks are there? It's the last one already? Something tells me it's not going to be as simple as it sounds. Please take all the time you require. I shall be here when you are ready to answer. 3. So how many kinds of masks are there? Have you determined the answer? 5, I think it's 5. That's incorrect, I'm afraid. Try count again, or just go with your heart. 4. So your answer is 4. How about everyone else? Seriously? I thought it was 6. Like Mrawa'a, I also believe it's 4. As do I. And the correct answer is... 4! Congratulations to the 3 of you. Damn it! Where the hell did I mess up? Yeah, 2 of the masks look very similar. And that concludes the quizzes tour for our Steps of the Speaker. I thank you for your visit today and eagerly look forward to your next.
Finished at last. God, I'm exhausted.
It was only 2 questions, what are you talking about?
If the legend is true, the Malala were refugees from the source. But what is this relic of theirs that can bridge worlds? Who made it? And to what end?
You know, shenanigans.
Much about the key remains shrouded in mystery. By augmenting it with Electro, Preservation did succeed in opening a portal. Yet they could never grasp how they had managed to do so, much less the underlying principles of the technology. To this day, not a single person understands the mechanics of interdimensional fusion, let alone who imbued the key with its power, when they did so, or why. But remember this. The key is a tool, and like all tools, in and of itself, it is a force for neither good nor evil. Once taken in hand, however, its capacity for both is made plain. In delivering one man, it may doom another, making a lie of its bearer's every good intention.
As did Preservation, Queen Sphene seeks to wield the key in the name of those she loves. And in so doing, makes her people party to the destruction of countless souls. We have told you all we can. To be able to share this with you at the last, it feels as though we fulfilled our purpose.
You've come to shut down the terminal.
Yes, we have. But perhaps there's another way, one that doesn't require the terminal's deactivation.
For the longest time, we've sought a means to erase ourselves before our knowledge could be used for ill. And in you, we have found it. So press on. Press on, and don't look back.
I will. May I ask you one last question?
Of course, my dear.
The earring. Why did you leave it with me?
Because, Kryl, we wanted to see you again.
Aww. Probably when they were still alive, but aww.
This may seem self-serving, but we wanted to leave a trace of ourselves with you. A hint to guide you to us, so that we could live in hope.
We've dreamed of this day for so long, but now that it's become reality, we wonder if we deserve to enjoy it. We wanted naught but the best for you, yet we've always wondered how much you might have suffered in our absence.
Do not torment yourselves so. As fate would have it, you entrusted me to a good man. His name is Galuf, and he raised me as his own.
Oh yeah, what happened to
What's
Galuf?
more, I've been blessed with the finest comrades anyone could have. It's thanks to you that I am here now, hale and happy. So please, be at peace. be at peace. Mother. Father.
You already have a beautiful name, but if we might call you by the one we gave you? Maya. Our dearest Maya. We love you more than life itself.
Maya. My name... My name is Maya.
Are you sure about this? You can leave the terminal to us, you know.
It has to be her.
No, I must do this. Kryl Maya Baldessian must press on. Press on and... Farewell, Mother. Farewell, Father.
Farewell.
It's everyone deletes their parents' day. Yippee. If I may confide in you, Mrawa'a, I've been anxious of ever since I chose to accompany you to Dawntrail. I was afraid of what I might discover. Perhaps I'd learn nothing, or worse, that my parents didn't love me. But now I know the truth, and I couldn't be happier. I'm glad I took up Pictomancy. I'm glad I mustered up the courage to say what I wanted to say, that I wanted to join you. Thank you, Mrawa'a, for trusting me with your life and walking with me all this way. Well, that's all I wanted to say. I will see this through. Rather, we'll see this through together. My apologies for keeping you. Come, let's catch up to the others. Oh, I know I'm gonna be doing later. Lovely people, Robo Renata. Everyone's not here yet. Worry not, I shall be fine. Uh-huh. The others have told me all. I'm glad Crow could bid her parents a proper farewell. Now then, to ask this question for a second to last time, are you ready to shut down the terminal? Let's get this done.
You know how to do it.
I do.
You do. Delete your parents' history. Kaboom! One more to go. Just one zone remaining. Now that an HP has joined us, let's head to the last zone. Their memories may be gone, but their love will be with me always. Are you alright, Crow? I am. I chose to forge on no matter what. And I've had the courage to do so because of you all. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. Next, we have to part with an Explorer's Delight. Kaiju is ready to head to the fourth and final zone. I must say, the closer we get to the end, the faster time seems to pass by. Come, let's head to the fourth and final zone. By now, you know how to get there, yeah? Yes, we do. Excellent. This time I'd like to quickly check on the message terminal, so meet you at the Gate of Remembrance. Come on, everyone. Just want to go and get the aircraft. Maybe this way. Yeah, this way. There you are, you. Let's get that bread. So now they're just free to just roam about as creatures. Way over there, so let's pick these up real quick. Do the base version. Resist Mrawa'a. Volcanic disruptions. The resist Mrawa'a is fearing the worst. You, yes you, with the weapon. Weapons, pardon my candor, but you must accompany me to the Matchstock Menagerie this instant. What? No, I'm not asking you on a leisurely outing. I'm asking you to save innocent lives. I spot a trio of organic scorpions stalking after some defenseless animals. Were I to vanish and allow the scorpions to prey upon those creatures, I'd never forgive myself. I must make for the menagerie and defend them, no matter what the cost. Obviously, I can't chase off a nest of hungry pests alone. I require strength, specifically your strength. Step lively then. We've no time to lose. And so we ride again. You know, it's getting very awkward. I'm not sure, but at this point I'm gonna be able to do the final part of Dawntrail, like the dungeon and trial today, if I keep to my schedule. So either I go long or next week. Could do that and also do like the dungeons that are gonna pop up. Which I just could be interesting. That's right, that's right. I saw them, I saw scorpions. They're closing in on the two tiny critters as we speak. Those volcanic monsters terrify me. But what terrifies me even more is knowing what they'll do to their quarry if we don't act swiftly. Why not, little ones? I'm on my way! YOLO. safe. Oh gods, I thought that was the end of me. That took every drop of courage I could muster. Thankfully, the little ones managed to escape without a scratch. I ought to find them and lead them into the entrance before the other scorpions catch us in their sights. I wish you back there when all is well. Okay. You, my weapon-wielding friend, are a lifesaver. I realize this is all escalating rather quickly, but you performed admirably. Rather... To tell the truth, I have a bit of history with those scorpions. In my previous life, I was tasked with introducing new and exciting creatures into my menagerie, that our guests might know the wonders of the animal kingdom. As one might expect, the prospect of scorpions posed a great risk, and we often argued with the upper management as to whether keeping them would be worth the cost. In the end, however, the menagerie's curator ordered us to take them in. Supposedly, scorpion-based vodka was a popular delicacy in Alexandria before the war. The higher-ups sought to recreate those rings and share them with the masses by way of new exhibit. Time passed, and I finally returned as an endless, only to discover that the menagerie is in shambles. Those fry-stamp scorpions have to run the place now. I should have argued against the curator's plans when I had the chance. I should never have agreed with that terrible exhibit. No matter how hard I tried to let things go, those pangs of regret never abated. So when I spotted those innocent creatures wandering into the menagerie, I felt obligated to return, to save what little I could. Thanks to you, my conscience is clear, and our fuzzy new friends are none the worse for wear. Little guys! Did these two little originally belong to the menagerie? Perhaps these little ones were seeking out some hot springs. They must have, but I don't recall bringing in such precious pups. Perhaps one of my associates introduced them after I left. Regardless, I can rest easy in the knowledge that these two will have each other. Even when I'm long gone, I should be able to escort them safely from here. Yeah, my deepest gratitude, and presumably theirs as well. Great. The Great Capybara Migration of 2020-something. The other was probably going to be a long one. Blueprint protocol. The exhausted engineer requires the aid of a sharp-eyed individual. All I wanted was a relaxing reprieve in Opal Springs. I never thought it would come to this. I've misplaced something precious to me, you see, a set of blueprints. I suspected I dropped them on my way to the springs, but everyone suddenly disappeared as I was retracing my steps. I was so absorbed in my search I couldn't even vanish with them. Forgive me my boldness, but you seem a generous sort, and I'm sorely in need of help. Find what I'm after, and I'll make it worth your while. Before my soak, I paid a visit to the Rena Valla, so I'll leave that area to you. For my part, I plan to scout the springs one more time. One more time. I have to go somewhere to the southeast later. Because I'm a genius. An advertisement. Fighting familiars, wood versus solid gold. Will Mrawa'a tradition triumph, or will modernity take its mark? Make its mark in this monumental march? This appears to be a list of matches from the Arena of Valor. While the illustration of the clashing familiars catches your eye, it is far cry from what you are after. Damn. Conversation. Need a frigid treat to beat the heat? Shocking all your taste buds with volcanic lightning, a new flavor of frozen delight. It's got customers asking, how can something be so hot? So hot be so cool? The ice cream sounds dangerously delightful. This advertisement makes no mention of anything remotely architectural. They're not the blueprints you seek. Detailed documentation. A massive tower crowned with a statue of a golden woman is mapped out in pacing detail. This appears to be the blueprints to the message terminal. The blueprints likely belong to the exhausted engineer. It would be best to return to the Opal Springs and deliver them to her. Okay, here we go. I think I have some tickets. I searched every nook and cranny for the blueprints, but I've not found a single scattered sheet. I don't know where else they could have ended up. Please tell me you've managed to track them down. Behold. Ticket. Click it. Flick it. Oh, my blueprints! My dear sweet blueprints. How I missed you. I knew I dropped these on my stroll. Thank you ever so much for retrieving them. When we first began development of the Basel terminal, I drafted these blueprints for its design. If you can believe it, the finished product is the work of yours truly. To be fair, the concept wasn't entirely of my own making. I have Mrawa'a folklore to thank for its creation. According to said folklore, we Mrawa'a were refugees from another world. Our ancestors once lived in a sun-kissed paradise by the sea. That is, until those very seas began to freeze, and calamity engulfed everything in its path. Under the protection of the Great Speaker, my ancestors were guided to this world, left in their homeland a towering statue of their savior. The Speaker was a compassionate and selfless soul, sacrificing all she had to save her people. Not unlike Queen Sphene, no? With the legend of the Speaker as my inspiration, I incorporated Her Majesty's beauteous visage onto the top of the terminal. Forever in the heart of our city, a flawless idea, if I do say so myself. I gave everything, my passion, my time, my love, of my country, to see these blueprints given shape. They aren't merely pieces of parchment, they are my life's work personified. Yet I nearly left them and dropped into the arena Vela. I would be laughing this off if I weren't so furious with myself. But what's important is that you've brought them back, and I owe you a great debt. At this rate, I may never meet Her Majesty face to face. All I can do now, all I wish to do now, is gaze upon her glorious image before I fade away. You have my thanks, stranger. May fortune favor you always. I'm gonna do it, gang. I'm gonna run over there and do the thing. I need to collect them. Hum. Real fast. Ball. Or 17. Over there. Like before, it would be hard, but we must honor Kakiwa's wish. Ah, damn it. Ah! As far as I can tell, we still have some leeway with the meso terminal. Meaning, you can carry on getting to know the endless in the last zone. Windspath Gardens is called, and it's breathtakingly beautiful. That's where your memories are stored, yes? That's right. I left it for last so I could guide you for as long as possible. Very thoughtful for me, yeah? Oh, a great idea just occurred to me. What might that be? I'll save for after we've arrived on the other side. See you there. Great ideas are generally less than great. Hey, Anvil. As much as I want to grant your mother her last wish, I also want to respect yours. When all said and done, I want you to be happy. I hope you know this. I know. Which hurts the most? Kakiwa's the only his mother. She's his mentor as well. That can only make it harder for him to say goodbye. I guess that is... oh boy. Viera stuff, man. I'm not as familiar with Viera stuff. Let's go. For now. We keep doing what we've been doing. Seeking out endless and learning what's dear to them. What could this great idea of Kakiwa's be? It's not. I have faith in her in her strength. Let's not keep Kakiwa waiting. Let's get to the last section. Error verification system initialized. User registration confirmed. Greetings and welcome to Windspath Gardens, the sanctuary of exploration and discovery. The marvels of the natural world await you. Whee! And now the crew carries on.
If I could have everyone's attention, I know we have pressing business, but I'd like to say a few words. Before I died, I had 2 wishes. The first was to see who my Eleneshpia would become. I would say that wish has been fulfilled. Indeed, it has. For the boy who once shunned company has returned a somewhat sociable man, surrounded by wonderful friends. As his mother and mentor both, I couldn't be more proud.
The cringe of a boy the one with mom to
As for my second wish,
no one to acknowledge his mom's praise.
that was to see all manner of nature that I had never seen before. I hoped to explore every corner of the world and there find thriving life. But I didn't even get to see all of Tural, did I? Never enough hours in a day, or days in a year, or years in a life.
Ironic, given that you're Viera. Or Shatona.
Kakiwa.
Oh, don't give me that look. Though, admittedly, I did go and spoil the mood. Apologies.
Yeah, apologize.
What I was so poorly trying to work up to asking was this. I want you to help me fulfill my second wish. I have a good feeling about this place. There is so much here I've never seen before, I just know it.
We'd love to see it with you.
I thought you might say that. Thank you. Windspath Gardens is home to a collection of flora and fauna that once thrived on the continent. Like the rest of living memory, I haven't explored it in earnest. Controlling my vessel demanded all of my attention. But at long last, I'll get to meet the creatures here. Wrap things up with a perfect little adventure. So, shall we?
Absolutely not.
Go on, boy.
We're to grant you your wish, and then what? You leave. You cannot ask that of me.
Oh, Ellen Neshpir. Please understand. I just wanted to end on a happy note. Not only for myself, but for all of us. Better that than a sad goodbye, surely.
First it was for Uklamat, now it's for Earnville. The baton passed on at such a great cost. Nostalgia, exploration, discovery. Quite fitting that Kakila's memories are here. How very like Kakila to chase her dreams for the last. We barely know her. Let's help Kakila make some great memories. Okay. Yeah. Then, with your consent, let's begin our adventure. Naturally, while we go about this, feel free to continue befriending Endless. Make sure to absorb the delightful scenery. Yeah, I'll totally do that. entrance here. Let's see. Okay, that was the last one. Okay. The scene here is nothing short of remarkable. To think that Sphene has managed to preserve it for the endless. What a lovely garden. I somehow anticipated this. I thought those things were some sort of enormous tree, but actually sculptures. Wild. The particular garden is called Blooms of Discovery. Beautiful, isn't it? It's nice. absolutely stunning. And they're all actual plants. They are indeed. These specimens were brought here hundreds of years ago for conservation, but some calamity had pushed them to the brink of extinction. So this zone is like a great conservatory. Precisely, my dear Cryo. You'll find a flora and fauna, likes of which no longer exist elsewhere. Isn't this the fault that there's such a part of the flutter? I suppose. I expect that some kind of creatures that got out of such raw may have cousins in this world. Well, I'm not to pretend life into reflections here. I make for an interesting study to compare them. I agree. Now, there's an idea. Let's leave it to my people to figure out such. If they could animate her blushing, he would be blushing. Here we have not only a world's traversing adventurer and a veteran gleaner, but a pair of Sherman's finest scholars besides. It's a veritable gathering of inquisitives, and I'm thrilled to be a part of it. No one expects the adventurer's inquisition. Kiwa looks awfully happy, doesn't she? When it comes to her inquisitiveness, I reckon I'm a match for both you and Erenville. Some creatures here do indeed appear to resemble those in Ozia. So that is the case in the first too. Oh yeah, because it was one small world. So they're offshoots of each other. I can't recall the last time my mother was so excited. In search of discovery. The killer's eyes spark with anticipation of discovery. To begin with, I'd like you to scout out the vicinity and report back with any points of the oak. This will be a good opportunity to speak with the locals. They're bound to be familiar with the area after all. As the Lashby suggested, it would be interesting to compare the creatures here with those native to the source. I never ventured on such routes, so I look forward to your insights. Just leave it to us. I've only ever been to Shalian myself, but I'd like to think I know interesting when I see it. Trees. Hello, Tab. What am I doing, you ask? Look up to the trunk. See the plants within the capsules. Yeah? These are species that either can't survive in one's path gardens or would become invasive and disrupt the ecosystem. The capsules are create the conditions they require. From tropical to frigid climes, while keeping them isolated. In this way, any and all plant life can be preserved forever, just like ourselves. It's not the same thing though. See a creature wandering around to resemble the trees native to the 12's wood. Observation points. The flower garden appears to be meticulously maintained, if not by endless, then by machines. Not even the water here is created using magic. The initial product is too pure, though, and adjustments have to be made so the composition resembles what's found in the natural environment. That's just one of the many things they do to create the ideal conditions to these plants to thrive. I don't know what's become of the world outside of the barrier, but I should like to visit a lovely spot such as this in real life. Speaking of lovely spots, have you been to the top of the lookout there? It's a great vantage point, and there is even a food stall in case you are still hungry. My ancestors aren't actually Alexandrian, but hailed from a place called confrontation. They had some unique customs there. For instance, when greeting someone, you had to say lolly-ho in a spirited manner. Our settlement was also famous for a gigantic tree that grew nearby. It was so enormous that when you stood at its base, the roots covering the ground went beyond the horizon. What someone here at Windscraft Gardens is apparently inspired by the very tree. The leaf of tree is the name. Its name was. It may not be real, but it's nice to have it as a moment of our prosperity. Lolly-ho in fucking Our portrayals of shrouded in imitate natural environments, the place has the feel of an exhibit. In that sense, the word gardens does suit well. There was a beast I had never seen before. Oh, welcome back, Mrawa'a. Captain just delivered me a most fascinating report. We have some engaging impressions to share too, I hope. Well, that is very interesting indeed, but I must say I'm most fascinated by them. Apple-eating trees. Well, there are so many creatures in the Pacha. Could you tell me about these trees as you know? They like to hurl acorns at you, exploding ones. There are various subspecies such as those feathered leaves or noble. Look, their heads are the 12 foot, where they prey upon even the wolves. This is a reference to 1.0, where if you choose to start in Redania, your warrior of light gets chased around by a tree ant, which eventually eats a bunch of wolves. Is that so? So within the ecosystem here, I imagine there are creatures that serve as their prey. The management of ecosystems that calls to mind the purpose, does not? That does. Lest you wonder, Labyrinth is a storage facility deep beneath Charlian that contains the recreation of temperate climate zone. Such a place exists. Amazing. By the way, did anyone else catch sight of the large skin kid? large scale, can you say? What does it look like? Nothing I've seen before. But it has a rodent-like form and walks on all fours. If it looks like a rodent, wouldn't that make it a bee skin? No, it's covered in scales, ones that appear to mimic succulent plants. By that, I would definitely classify it as a skelkin. Spirited debates. Oh, it's hard to say for certain without seeing it. Why don't you show me? Very well. It was in a flower field earlier. It should still be near. Let's head over there then. When we find it, we'll see who was right. The two of you should come along too and tell us your opinions. Go on ahead, Mrawa'a. Let us know and then join you. This is the area. The beast didn't give the impression that it's moved frequently. It's exciting. Come on and help us find a creature. There he is. You spot the piece resembling the XIV encountered the first. That's the one there. I see. At a glance, it certainly has the look of both Skilkin and Biscuit. Let's examine it more closely, shall we? Send me your observations. Also the first thing I noticed. They're saying these scales are for hiding in the foliage. It also chases its own tail. Shed it grows with the creature. You may be right. If you consider the along with its other characteristics, just that its hands is more likely to be a V-skin, like you said. A physical examination would be needed to confirm it beyond doubt, but I'm satisfied simply to have seen it. It seems you alone were familiar with the species. Where did you encounter it? In the first reflection. Fairy Kingdom of the First. Mrawa'a has been very active with assistance. You see the life that others could only imagine. Amazing creation trinkles, moments, mysteries. How would I love to see them all? The life beyond the bounds of our star and play both. A struggle. Looks like we're having fun. Hearing about the unknown never fails to arouse me. Hello. I felt the same way when Captain Ram and Galef treated me to the tales of their travels. You've met my grandfather too. Oh, did I already mention it? It was when Galef came to Dawntrail to investigate the Gold City. I don't have business with Kaiju-Z, so we met through Lel. the tiny baby he was cradling would return as you. I think that our paths had already crossed all these years ago. Not only yours and mine either. Lesbia was there too, right? Well, I don't remember. It's quite fun if you don't. It's actually because Gandalf told me about Charlotte that her brother urged. Later urged Lesbia to take up bleeding. My fussy papa was growing up dour and withdrawn. It was when I was in my wits' end that I recalled your grandfather's story. Where gleaners, seeing the world through their adventures would inspire a change for the better, I believe. I'm sorry I was dour and withdrawn. If you ask me, you still have some work to do, but it's because you're that way that you're with us now. I, for one, am grateful. Well, let's keep moving, shall we? There is a facility I've been wanting to visit. The Clara Museum of Nature. They're supposed to have creatures that take you on leisurely flights. There's just one problem. It seems only 3 people can fly at one time. Then you and Erebor should go. The rest of us still have plenty of other things we can do here. If there's room for one more, why don't you come with us, Mrawa'a? Hey, of course. Then it's settled. The museum is at the bottom of the mountain that runs west of the area. Come on. Come. I can talk good. Yeah, we're definitely finishing this next time. It does look the part, this museum. It does look the part, this museum. I must say I'm curious what's inside. And I want to... Hello there. Come to ride the Mrawa'a, have you? Here it is, the Clara Museum of Nature. The main building is closed due to the ether shortage, but happily, we're still offering leisure flights. These are the fellows that will bear us. How adorable. They don't look capable of flight. Come now, you know better than to judge a creature by its appearance. This will be great, I just know it. That and the completion of base Dawntrail is gonna happen next time. Next Monday, 8:30 p.m. Eastern European Summer Time. As we tackle Capybaras, the Dungeon, and Trial. And Final Fantasy XIV, Dawntrail. Until then, this is Kaiju-Z wishing everyone a safe and easy Monday morning, midday, and evening. And, a loved one, don't wait. shows you love. Whatever way you can show it. Bye.